Today I'm going to be reviewing the Niphean Pro Series inflatable stand-up paddleboards. And at the end of this video, I'm going to let you know why this would be a great option if you're looking to buy a new inflatable paddleboard or if you're looking to upgrade that old one. Let's get started. The first board I'm going to test out is the 11.6 all-around.
You're ready for anything companion on the water. This board is built for everyone, from beginners finding their balance to seasoned paddlers looking for stability, all wrapped in a rugged yet stylish package. The Niphean Pro all-around is packed with features, while staying beginner-friendly with a wide, stable 11.6 design. And if you're looking for a portable kayak, look no further. This paddleboard easily transforms into one. Let's unpack how all these elements come together, and let's see if it lives up to the hype. Here it is, the 11.6 Niphean Pro. Just got delivered. Let's go ahead and unbox it and get this paddleboard inflated. It's gonna come with a 3-piece carbon fiber paddle. This paddle looks amazing already, and it looks like you can convert it into a kayak as well. It comes with an air pump hose, a beautiful looking cup holder. This is interesting, and it's flexible too. A leash, a waterproof cell phone holder. No way. It comes with a kayak seat strap downs, repair kit, 3 premium fins. These are a little bit different from what I'm used to. They look a little smaller, so it's probably gonna be able to turn a little bit better than the other Nipheans. And a beautiful looking board. Let's get this thing opened up and inflated. Let's break down the features of the Niphean Pro all-around. It features advanced edge-fused heat sealing for long-lasting durability and true carbon reinforcements with stability track fins that minimize sway and maximizes smooth tracking even in choppy water. Plus, it's loaded with practical extras. Front and rear bungee storage, 17 D-rings, a modular mounting platform so you can mount fishing rods, coolers, cameras, and even sonar devices. Also, the Niphean Pro all-around comes with a carbon fiber paddle for durability, strength, and better stroke efficiency. This board is packed with features while staying beginner-friendly with a wide, stable 11.6 design. Already I'm liking what I see. And the best part about this board is being able to convert it into a kayak. The first place I want to test this board out is the bay to show off its open water capabilities. Before we hit the bay, let's go ahead and set up your paddleboard as a kayak. You're going to want to put the balance fin in and the surf fin in the back. If you were surfing or if you were going down a river or a creek, I would recommend putting this in over the balance fin, but we'll get into this fin later. For now, stick with the balance fin and the surf fin in the back. Next, let's go ahead and convert the paddle into a kayak paddle. You're not going to need the handle. Grab the 2 fins and the center grab handle. There you go. I'm really liking this paddle. It seems like it's built really tough and it's carbon fiber, so it's going to last throughout the years and it's going to be super strong and durable. The next thing that you want to do is set up your foot strap and your seat. I like to attach my seat on the second D-ring back and have it slanting back just a little bit, so it provides really good stability when you're leaning back on this seat because your weight's gonna be here, so when you're leaning back, you're not gonna have that popping up like that. This footrest is really interesting too. I've had other inflatable paddle boards that didn't have this attachment, and I noticed when I was paddling, my back started to hurt. I needed something to put my feet on. So this is gonna provide more stability and comfort while you're paddling. Okay, I have converted my paddleboard into a kayak. Let's hit the water and see how well it does. First, let's test it out as a kayak, and then we're gonna convert it into a stand-up paddleboard. Okay, a few things I'm noticing right away. This paddle, it's built really well. It's definitely the best paddle I have ever received with an inflatable paddleboard, 100%. It's a 3-piece carbon fiber paddle. It converts into a kayak paddle. It also converts into a stand-up paddle. I'm really impressed by it. It's sturdy, it's strong. You are not gonna break this thing. Second thing that I really like, this board is really stable. It's the widest inflatable paddleboard I have ever owned, but the way it's designed, it doesn't hinder your paddling whatsoever. I've had other wider inflatable paddle boards before, and it just felt awkward because they weren't shaped very well. With this board, I'm not feeling that whatsoever. The next thing I really like is this footrest when you're kayaking. When you're kayaking, you're kind of leaning back, so that footrest does a really good job of supporting that lower back. If you didn't have it, your feet would be sitting up and it just wouldn't be as comfortable. So already the paddle is built really well. It's stable and it's comfortable. Also with the stability, it's really easy to stand up if you want to. Like I said, whether you're paddleboarding or if you're fishing, this would be a great paddleboard if you're in the market for buying a fishing paddleboard. It also comes with accessories to hook up your fishing rods if you want to fish. You have plenty of tie downs and D-rings to strap down gear. You also have an action camera mount up front so you can capture all your memories. I am really impressed by this paddleboard. Okay, let's test this out as a stand-up paddleboard next, because I really want to see the capabilities that has to offer as well. As a stand-up paddleboard, once again, it's easy to keep a straight line. I'm not swaying all over the place. I got a lot of good stability with this wide board. Paddle is built awesome. It's actually even lighter when you put the handle on it, and it's not flexing at all. I've had other paddles before when you're paddling. It's just really flexible. With this, I'm not feeling that whatsoever. It's thick, it's sturdy, it's stable. You're not gonna break this carbon fiber paddle, and it's gonna last you years. As a stand-up paddle, I really like it. As a kayak, I really like it. Let's do a speed test next. In the middle of the bay, there's a buoy. Let's time it as a kayak first, and then we'll time it as a stand-up paddleboard, and we'll see which one is faster. Okay, as you probably guessed, the kayak won, coming in at 1 minute and 43 seconds, and the paddleboard got 1 minute and 47 seconds. Now, my takeoff was a little bit faster with the paddleboard, and it was a little bit easier to turn, but the kayak was just cutting through that water. Plus, you're getting more strokes. So if you're looking for speed, you're gonna go faster with the kayak. But the paddleboard is right there with it. Next, let's go ahead and test this paddleboard out in the ocean. I'm really curious to see the capabilities of that smaller fin. I'm gonna swap out the balance fin and put the smaller fin in. I've tested inflatable paddleboards in the ocean before, and I was using the balance fin and it didn't work out so good. So I'm really curious to see if this fin will make a difference. Okay, here we are. We're at the beach. The waves are 2 to 3 foot today. I'm really excited to try out this paddleboard in the ocean with these conditions. I've surfed in the ocean with inflatable paddleboards before, but never this big. In the back, I attach my leash. That's very important. I'm going to go with the surf fin for the back, and I'm also gonna go with this smaller fin up front. Hopefully that helps out, and let's give this board a test. Stoked. Woo. All right, we're out here. We are in the ocean on an inflatable paddleboard. Let's see if we can catch a wave. I'm curious to see how this board responds when you're actually riding the swell. Okay, here comes a wave. Let's get it. Wow. I'm really liking that small fin. It's definitely doing its job.
Okay, I'm really impressed with how this board performed in the ocean. That smaller fin really did its job. I was able to keep a straight line, and I was able to maneuver a little bit with this paddleboard. Now, I've tried other inflatable paddleboards in the ocean, but this one has performed the best. I think that smaller fin up front really helped, and the fact that this board is super wide, I found it to be really stable. Now, are you gonna be able to turn and smack the lip like you were if you had a hard board? No. But if you wanted to travel with the board and wanted to hit the ocean, you can do it with this board, especially if you're just gonna ride the wave straight and catch some white water. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think it's a great choice if you're looking for an inflatable paddleboard for the ocean. Next, let's put this board to its final test, and I have something special in mind.
Okay, here we are, the final test. This is going to show the true capabilities of this board. We're gonna hike up 2 miles upstream, and then I'm gonna float back down here to my car. This is the best way to test out this type of board. I'm really excited about this, so this is why I made this the final test. All right, let's get packed up and hit the trail. 2 miles. Here we go. If you had a hardboard or a kayak, you wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now. This is easily the best benefit of having an inflatable paddleboard. Versatility and portability. And the best thing about the Niphean Pro, you can transform it into a kayak too.
There's a small chance we could make it.
We're getting close to the launch point. Let's get this board inflated and float downriver. Let the journey begin. So for the middle fin, I decided to go with the smaller fin because in these back creek areas, it gets really shallow and I didn't want to hit the bottom with the larger balance fin, and it seems to be doing really well.
Something in my mind is changing. When did we lose every bit of trust? It's getting hard to keep on waiting.
That's a problem. Looks like we're gonna have to get out. Someone or something is blocking me. Barely moving in this marsh field. It's usually a lot deeper. Well, look how far I've come. I'm almost at the dam, and we're halfway there, and we can take a break and regroup, and then follow the rest of the creek back down to my car. Dude, this is it's been a pretty tough paddle. The water's a lot lower than I thought it was, but we're almost done. It's the first time I've been down this route. That was pretty intense. I'm really glad that I can convert this into a stand-up paddleboard or a kayak at any time I need, because sometimes I got to relieve pressure off the back fin to get out of sketchy situations, and this has been perfect for this journey. All right, let's keep going.
Wow, what a journey. We made it.
Whether you're chasing a workout, riding the waves, or just drifting under the sky, this board adapts. The all-around 11.6 is built for it all. The wide, stable deck is going to keep you balanced and in control wherever you go. The Niphean Pro All-Around 11.6 has advanced edge fuse heat sealing technology for long-lasting durability and true carbon reinforcements with stability track fins that minimize sway and maximizes smooth tracking even in choppy water. Plus, it's loaded with practical extras: front and rear bungee storage, 17 D-rings, a modular mounting platform so you can mount fishing rods, coolers, cameras, and even sonar devices. Also, the Niphean Pro All-Around comes with a carbon fiber paddle for durability, strength, and better stroke efficiency. This board is packed with features while staying beginner-friendly with a wide, stable 11.6 design. The Niphean Pro All-Around 11.6. One board, every adventure. Where will you go next?
Next, let's go ahead and test out the 14-foot racing model.
The ultimate paddleboard built for serious speed, stability, and adventure. Whether you're chasing distance, carving through waves, or just gliding over glossy lakes, this board is your new go-to. Engineered with premium dual-layer construction, carbon fiber side reinforcements, and a streamlined 14-foot design, this is made for performance and built for portability. Full-length carbon reinforcements on the deck and hull, plus side rail bands deliver exceptional stiffness, ensuring zero flex during intense, high-speed racing. The Gloss Shield coating is a special coating that helps protect printed designs on your paddleboard, reducing wear and keeping it look new for longer. It's lightweight, durable, fast, and ready for wherever you are. This isn't just a paddleboard. This is your getaway to freedom on the water.
Let's talk about everything you're gonna get with this paddleboard. First, you're gonna get a convenient traveling bag that fits everything inside. You're gonna get your board, air pump, a 3-piece carbon fiber paddle, and I really like this paddle. It's built strong, it's tough, it's durable, and this paddle is gonna last you for years. You're gonna get a repair kit and a leash. You're also gonna get a waterproof cell phone holder.
Okay, some things I really like about this board already. It is beautiful. The colors and the design look amazing. I'm really liking the nose of this board too. It looks like it's gonna push the water out real easily, and this is why it's designed as a racing board, to cut through the water and to go fast. Up top, you're gonna have an action camera mount, D-rings with bungee strap downs, grab handles, so when you're running into the ocean or if you're running into the lake for a race, you're going to be able to grab this board in 2 different places and sprint at the same time. And this traction pad is amazing. I've never seen an inflatable paddleboard with a traction pad looking like this. It even has a tail pad in the back.
Let's talk about the fin system next. You're gonna get a single fin surf fin box for the back.
This is going to enhance speed, performance, and your turning ability. You'll see the same fin system on a hard board too.
Now it's really easy to put this fin in. Once you get the bolt in, you just tighten it down and you're good to go. The further you move your fin up in the fin box, it's going to be easier to turn. If you move it back, it's gonna be harder to turn. I like it somewhere in the middle.
Already I'm liking what this board has to offer. First, let's test it out in the open water, then we're gonna put it to a speed test comparing it to other models and other brands.
Let's talk about this board. First thing is first, this paddle is amazing. It's a 3-piece carbon fiber paddle. It's not gonna break. It's super durable, it's strong, and I think you're gonna have it for a long time. This model's really impressing me. I never tried out a racing board before, so it's a little bit of an adjustment for me, but it wasn't hard to adjust at all. I really enjoy the speed of this board. It has to be one of the fastest boards that I own. This board just cuts through the water. It tracks nice and straight, and it just glides if there's any chop. This thing is built for racing. let's go ahead and test out the speed of this board. In the middle of the bay, there's a red buoy. I'm gonna go from the beach around the red buoy and come back. I've challenged myself to this race multiple times before, so I'm curious to see how this racing paddleboard is going to do with my other times. All right, let's race this board. Wow, this board is fast, and it came in at 1:39. That is pretty impressive. The best time I had besides that was on the Niphean Pro all around, and I was using the paddleboard as a kayak, so this is really impressing me that it's coming in at 1:39. I've even tested this out with other brands and my own model. This is definitely the fastest paddleboard that I own. It's a lot easier to get more strokes in because it's not as wide as my other paddleboards. The shape and the design really cuts through the water, especially with that tipped nose. And you can easily maneuver around any turn because it's a single fin. On a side note, I took this board in the ocean and I had a lot of fun with it. I was able to cut through the waves and gained a lot of distance as I was following the coastline. I also tested it out as a prone paddleboard and I even caught a few waves. All around, this board is a lot of fun. And if you're in the market for buying a new racing paddleboard, you could not go wrong with this purchase.
Next, let's go ahead and test out the 12.6 Touring model.
Here it is, the 12.6 Niphean touring board. I'm really excited about this board. Let's get it unboxed and break down the features.
Okay, it looks like we're going to get a kayak seat. So this means you can transform your paddleboard into a kayak. A premium cup holder, and it's flexible too. It's also going to come with bolts so you can bolt this onto your paddleboard. Air pump, a 3-piece carbon fiber paddle which converts into a kayak paddle and a stand-up paddle. Repair kit, 3 fins. This balance fin works wonders, especially when you're kayaking. But the smaller fin is really good for the ocean or if you're floating down a shallow creek. A coiled leash, a footrest, kayak seat strap downs, waterproof cell phone holder, and a beautiful looking board. You're also gonna get a convenient travel bag. Let's get this board inflated and break down the features.
Let's break down the features of the Niphean Pro Touring 12.6.
It features advanced edge-fused heat sealing for long-lasting durability and true carbon reinforcements with stability track fins that minimize sway and maximizes smooth tracking even in choppy water. Plus, it's loaded with practical extras. Front and rear bungee storage, 17 D-rings, a modular mounting platform so you can mount fishing rods, coolers, cameras, and even sonar devices. Also, the Niphean Pro Touring 12.6 comes with a carbon fiber paddle for durability, strength, and better stroke efficiency. This board is packed with features while staying beginner-friendly with a wide, stable 12.6 design. The Niphean Pro Touring 12.6 also comes with a digital pressure gauge built in, giving you the ability to see real-time pressure, ensuring enhanced safety and precise control. Already I'm liking what I see. And the best part about this board is being able to convert it into a kayak. To test out the true capabilities, I want to take this board out in the open water. I'm going to test it out in the bay and use it as a kayak first, and then I'm going to test it out as a paddleboard at the same time. On this journey, I'm going to bring the paddle handle so I can convert my paddle into a stand-up paddle when I need it. Also, I'm going to be bringing a fishing rod with me because I want to see how this board performs while I'm fishing from it. If you're going to be paddleboarding or kayaking on a lake, I recommend putting the balance fin up front. It's going to provide smooth tracking, keep you on a straight line,
and it's going to offer you more balance. If you're going to take this board in the ocean, I recommend putting the smaller fin up front. It's going to be easier to turn, and you won't get thrown off a wave like you would if you had the balance fin in. Also, the smaller fin up front is good for creeks or shallow areas. This is going to be able to provide you the ability to go over gravel or small rocks.
It's easily blowing 20 knots. That wind really picked up. But let's try to fish and see what we can do here. There's boats everywhere. It's choppy, it's windy. There's a hurricane off the coast. Most people probably wouldn't be paddleboarding in these conditions. Even though it's blowing 20 knots out here, I'm able to keep a straight line. I'm not swaying all over the place, and I don't feel unbalanced whatsoever. This board is really doing its job. And if it's doing its job in choppy, rough conditions, I can only imagine how well this board would do in clean, glassy conditions. This board is really impressing me. This seat is super comfortable, and I really like this footrest. I've had other paddle boards before. When you're leaning back and you don't have a footrest, my lower back started to hurt. But with this footrest, it gives you good stability and comfort. Also, the wide, stable deck makes it easy for you to stand up. You have a really grippy deck, and it's super buoyant. So whether you want a paddleboard or kayak, this board does it all. The tipped nose design is really good too. With these choppy conditions, it cuts right through the water with ease.
Even though I wasn't able to catch a fish on this journey, I was able to learn a lot about this board. The shape and design easily cuts right through the water, even though it was blowing 20 knots in choppy conditions. I was stable, and all around, I felt very comfortable on this board. And I must say, out of all the boards I have reviewed, this has to be one of my favorites. Portability, durability, overall design, you cannot go wrong with this board.
The Niphean Pro Series inflatable stand-up paddleboards. Depending on your style, you cannot go wrong with any of these models. If you're looking to buy a new inflatable stand-up paddleboard, or if you're looking to upgrade an old one, this would be a great choice. Big shout out to Niphean for sending me out all the boards and giving me 100% creative freedom to test them out. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.